I'm not sure that every person here is a little familiar with my pictures. I want to start to show just a few pictures to you, and after you speak. I must speak to you a little bit of my history, because we'll be speaking on this during all my speech here. I born in 1944 in Brazil, in the times that Brazil were not yet a market economy. I born in a farm that were more than 50% of rainforest yet. A marvelous place. I live with incredible birds, incredible animals, a swimming of small rivers with our caimans. It was about 35 families that live in this farm. And everything that we produce in this farm, we consume. Very few things went to the market. Once a year, the only thing that went to the market was the cattle that we produce. And we made the trips of about 45 days to reach the slaughterhouse, bring thousands of head of cattle, and put about 20 days traveling back to reach our farm again. When I was 15 years old, it was necessary to me to leave this place, go to a little bit big town, much bigger, and where I did the second part of secondary school. There I learned different things. Brazil was started to urbanize, industrialize, and I knew the politics. I became a little bit radical. I was member of leftist parties, and I became an activist. I made my university, I became an economist. I made a master's degree in economy. And the most important thing of my life happens also in this time. I met an incredible girl that became my best friend all my life long, and that my associate in everything that I did till now. My wife, Lélia Wanik Salgado. Brazil radicalized very strong. We fight very hard against the dictatorship. In a moment, it was necessary to us, or go to the clandestinity with a weapon in the hands, or leave Brazil. We were too young, and our organization thought that the better was to us to go out. And we went to France, where I made a PhD in economics. Lélia became an architect. I worked after for one investment bank. We made a lot of trips, finance development, economic projects in Africa with the World Bank. And one day, photography made a total invasion in my life. I became a photographer. Abandoned everything, became a photographer. And I started to do the photography that was important for me. Many people tell that I were a photojournalist, that I were an anthropologist photographer, that I were an activist photographer. But I did much more than that. I put photography as my life. I live totally inside photography, doing long-term projects. And I want to show you just a few pictures of, again, that you see inside the social projects that I went, published many books on these photographies, but I just show you few ones now. In the 90s, during the 1994 to 2000, I photographed a story called Migrations. Became a book, became a show, and but during that I was photographing this, I lived a very hard moment in my life. Most in Rwanda, I saw in Rwanda the total brutality. I saw the death by thousands per day. I lose the faith in our species. I didn't believe that was more possible for us to live longer. And I started to be attacked by my own staphylococcus. I started to have infection everywhere. When I did love with my wife, I had no sperm that came out of me. I had blood. I went to see a friend doctor in Paris, thought that I was completely sick. He made long examination and told me, Sebastian, you are not sick, your prostate is perfect. What happens, you saw so many deaths that you are dying. You must stop. Stop. You must stop because the country will be dead on this. And I take a decision to stop. I was really upset with photography, with everything in the world. And I take a decision to go back where I born. It was a big coincidence. It was the moment that my parents become very old. I have 7 sisters. I'm the only man in my family. And they take together the decision to transfer this land to Leila and myself.